Hey, hello, gorgeous. And, well, no, my dear viewer, I'm not talking about you, even though I certainly do not doubt your good looks. I was talking to this beautiful copy of Sekigahara 2nd edition that just showed on my doorstep. I played the game in the past and I simply love it. To me, this was one of the best games of 2011. It is good to see that already there is a second printing out, because that tells me that the first edition was very successful and that there was demand to have this game out again, which is great. This game deserves all of the attention that it can get. Sekigahara, a game about an important battle that was part of the unification of Japan, a 17th century battle. I will not elaborate on the game as a game, I mean in terms of gameplay, because I already have a video for that. But I want to show you the 2nd edition. So this is going to be an unboxing, component-oriented video. The first thing that is obvious when you look at the 2nd printing edition is that the box is bigger. The box is much deeper than the previous one, which is something that makes me really happy. My only complaint about the first edition was that the box was too small. It was really hard to fit everything back in the box once you had played the game and, well, you wanted to put the game away. Not that you ever wanted to put the game away, you wanted to play it forever, but sometimes life forces you to, yes, have to put a game away, and with the previous box it was very hard. It's great that the publisher has listened to viewers and reviewers and players and, well, has given us a box where everything is finally fits in. Actually, I've seen on the GMT website that they're also selling just the box in case you want to upgrade the box and you do not need the new edition of the game. Let's see what's in this beautiful and finally properly sized box. We have the rule book, which, just like the original rule book, is really not all that long. 20 pages, but that includes design notes, historical notes. As you can see, there's a lot of historical work that went into this. Only 12 pages of actual rules. This is a block war game that also uses cards. When it came out, wow, it was just so innovative. Actually, it's not just a matter of it was innovative then. I really haven't seen games similar to this one since. It's still a pretty unique game with a nice, well, balance between the block component, which creates a beautiful experience on the board and also creates fog of war, and also a card engine, which was very innovative because it really managed to portray well, what it was meant to portray historically, that is, loyalty and shifting loyalties that could change throughout the war and even throughout battles, in the eve of a battle. Yes, in feudal warfare in Japan, loyalty, diplomacy, alliances that could be formed and then could disintegrate very fast was one of the key factors, and the card system in this game really portrays that well. I guess I am talking about gameplay a little more than I thought I would. What do we have here? Sekigahara reference card, very useful. And lo and behold, 2 copies of the reference card. It should be obvious, but you know there are many 2-player games out there that have a single reference card. How irritating is that? Well, you're not going to have that problem here. Stickers that you have to apply to the blocks. Nice colors, nice nuances, nice palette, and also these stickers that will go on the blocks. Not only are they beautiful, they're also very functional. The map, it used to be a thing of beauty in the first edition, and it still is. As far as I can tell, this already tells me they didn't mess anything up. The map is still a real good looker. Mounted too. And large, beautiful. Oh man, my office is so crowded with games and things that I don't even have enough room to put to put a map down. Oh, there you go. Well, it's close enough to be flat on the floor. And actually, I think there is something with the light, probably because it's a cloudy day outside. I don't think that the image that you're seeing completely captures the beauty of the color palette of the map. The green, as I'm looking at it on the map, is much more vivid. Not too vivid, not to the point it becomes cartoonish, but it's more vivid than probably what you're seeing on the screen. The map overall is incredibly beautiful. I remember in the original game there were some areas on the map where these locations that I used to place blocks on the board, these locations were very close to one another, and sometimes that created a little bit of a clutter. I see that this hasn't been changed, at least they still look more or less very close to one another the way they were, but I guess they didn't want to change, well, the geography of Japan. Still, the game was playable, and certainly is going to be fully playable on this map too. Alright, let's put the map away and go back to the box, see what we got in there. We have a baggie, no, two baggies, cards, again very important cards. Very important for the engine of the game. And then we have this cardboard insert here, under which we have a brick of blocks. Blocks that are black and gold. Different from the shape of most blocks that you see in block war games. They create a different visual experience. They are very functional. They do what they are meant to do, and they look incredibly good on the board. Sekigahara. Sekigahara has been one of my favorite games of 2011, a game that I definitely loved since. It is great that it's back. If you missed it the first time around, do not miss it this time. Everything seems to be of the same high quality as the first edition, with a much more functional box. So if you missed it back then, you have no excuse anymore. You really should pick up a copy or at least try the game. It is that good, probably better than that. And if you have the old edition and you're just irritated by the old box, well, at least go on the G&T website and pick up a copy of the new box. It is really much more convenient. It is really gonna improve your experience with the game. Sekigahara second printing. I'm happy it is out, and personally I'm happy I have a copy in my collection.